money! What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Vend Trend. Today I'm announcing something really exciting. So our goal on the channel is to reach 1,000 subscribers. And to help us do that, we decided to create a contest to give away money. We're gonna take our most profitable vending machine and give away its profits for the entire month to one lucky subscriber. So here's how the contest will work. All you have to do is subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below in this video telling us what your favorite snack is. Once the channel reaches 1,000 subscribers, we'll choose one subscriber randomly and Venmo them the profits from our most profitable machine. Last month, the most profitable machine did over $500 in sales. So subscribe and comment if you want a fat check. I'm at one of my warehouse locations that has 3 machines and they haven't been filled in a little while. So we'll collect the cash and fill them up. Alright guys, I'm at my first machine at the warehouse location. And as you can see, it's pretty empty. Still some drinks left. One thing that's important when you own a vending machine business is inventory. It really helps to have a good handle on what items you're putting where and knowing what sells. Some machines don't allow you to track what items are in what slots, but being able to do that helps you figure out what sells well so you can stock more of those items and you know what to bring when you come to the machine. This particular machine sells cookies well, as well as chips. So I'll make sure to restock those and put a little bit extra because people definitely buy them more. All right guys, so we've got it all filled up. Let's just take a moment to recognize how satisfying this is. Now we'll go ahead and check and see how much cash is in the machine. Not too bad. So I did change a few prices in the machine, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the new prices. Most machines are pretty similar in that they have a service button. On this machine, it's this blue button right here, so I'll hit that on the circuit board. And then the machine will go into service mode here, and with the keypad, I'll be able to control my selection. So I'll go over to prices, and I'll go over to select one, and then I'll just update the ones that I've changed. Also with this machine, I've had issues with one particular slot that vends out Powerade right here. The blue, number 402. The motor has had issues. I'll go into machine diagnostics and there's a motor selector option and I'll type in 402 and it tests the motor and you can actually hear, I don't know if you heard it, but it turned on for a second and tried to vend and it said fail up here. I'll do it again. So it's trying to turn the motor on right now and it says fail. So there's something going on with this motor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take all these out. Sometimes the Gatorades are, I think it's the weight. Sometimes the weight of the Gatorades is too much or one of them gets jammed up down in the bottom, which looks like might be what's going on. Looks like there's one down in there. So I'll reach my hand down in there. Yeah, it looks like it's wedged. So I'll unwedge it and it'll come through the bottom. And then what I'll do is I'll turn this here back up, turn the motor manually, which I'm sure is not advised, but that's what I've been doing. And then I'll put a couple of them in here and I'll have to reset everything. And we'll try and test the motor again. So we'll do 402. Go to motor, 402. And it's trying to turn it on right now. It looks like it's getting jammed when it tries to turn. So something's not right. And I know that there's a slide here that I think determines the opening, how big the opening is when it turns. So I'm gonna mess with that and see if that does anything. So I got that reset. I'm gonna load a couple Gatorades into the slot and reset it again, and we'll see if it works. So it's still failing, which makes me think we might have a bad motor. So it was still getting jammed up, so I also adjusted this right here. There's a slide that you can adjust, and it goes back and forth. You can see it. It slides back and forth at the end of the row to keep the drinks pushed up against this flap right here that senses that there's something there. So that was a little bit far back, so I adjusted that. And then I took the part underneath out that you can slide as well, and I made sure it was exactly like the other one. It was still giving some issues, so I manually moved the motor back and forth, and then all of a sudden it just started working. So I think it might be just a motor going bad. There's some corrosion down there, so I'm just gonna vent a bunch of them in a row. All right. One, just to make sure it works consistently. So far so good. Let's load them in there. All right, so we're good. I think the motor's just older, and like I said, there's some corrosion up there. If you look at all these cam things that turn, this one has corrosion on it, and the others don't really have as much. Who knows, this machine could be making money for one of you guys right now. All right, we're at our second machine here at this location. Let's check out what we got. Looks like the Cheetos, hot Cheetos aren't as popular. M&Ms are definitely, peanut M&Ms are always hot. And chips. Let's see what we got going on with the drinks. So sometimes what happens is these drinks will slide forward. A lot of times it'll cause this to flicker, this switch to flicker, if the machine moves or whatever. So if that happens, it'll have an error and it won't be able to vend any more items. So we'll probably have to reset that one. And then, looks like we just need to fill a few drinks. You always want to check your coin mechanism right here and make sure it's not jammed up. This flap just opens up. Sometimes coins can get jammed up. And then just check your coins, obviously, and make sure you have enough. Looks like everything's pretty full. And then we'll just add some of these coins down here. Sometimes they don't make it into the coin collector here. Let's see what cash we got in this machine. All right, we got everything filled up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and check all these motors, make sure they're working right. So we'll put the machine in service mode. Go over to diagnostics, motor, and then we'll just check one at a time. Here's the first one. Works good. Good on button, and I just got Fritos dropped on me. So 102 works good. We know the Fritos are vending correctly. So I can do that correctly this time. Gatorade. register. Pepsi. Do. And that's good. Alright, everything's working good. Perfect. So one question a lot of people ask is, how long does it take to fill a vending machine? What kind of time investment are you looking at? And for me, the answer to that question is about 45 minutes to an hour per machine. For example, today I got here at a little bit after 10 o'clock a.m. and it's 12:10 right now. So I had a couple issues that I had to deal with mechanically. I had to fill a lot of stuff. No major issues, but it took about 2 hours for both machines. And now I'm gonna head to the third one in the other building. So about an hour per machine, more or less. All right, so we're over at the second building at the warehouse location, and I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and see what we need. Another thing to be aware of when you have a vending machine business is feedback from people. For example, I just raised a few prices on some things in that last machine, and a gentleman came out to me and was kind of complaining about the prices going up. I'm definitely not out here trying to rip anybody off. I work another job in the industrial industry, and I know the cost of things that people buy every day is gonna have a big effect on their lives. So I'm not trying to jack anything up ridiculously, but you do have to pay taxes on the profit from a vending machine business, as well as sales tax back to the state. So a few of my items were just a little bit low, and I just simply explained to him the cost of everything and why I was raising them a little bit. So it doesn't happen all the time. You might just get someone once in a while, you know, if you're raising prices, that questions you or asks why, and just be prepared to talk to them. Most people are pretty down to earth, and they understand that it's a business. So if you guys look right here, you can actually see a little memento from the first time I went to Sam's Club to fill the vending machines. There's remnants of a Red Bull that exploded in my back seat 5 months ago. I know, it's gross. I need to clean that up. And that is a baby mirror that will be used when our baby is born. Shout out to my loyal subscribers, Andrew and Cheyenne. All right, I'm at the third machine at the warehouse location. And it's really interesting how different items are popular at different locations. For example, here, Smart Food did not sell at all for 2 weeks. This was full. We didn't sell one bag. But at my other locations, it's definitely the hottest item at 2 or 3 of them. So again, the inventory thing is really important. Figuring out what sells most at what locations so that you can make the most profit possible by loading the machines with what people want to buy. Crackers are a hot item here, and of course I left them in the car, so I'll have to run out and get those. But everything else is filled up, and we're ready to go. Let's see how much money we got. It's pretty good. It's been a couple weeks since I emptied this machine, so that's not just 1 week's worth of money, but still pretty good cash.
Thank you all for watching this VendTrend video. Remember to subscribe and comment your favorite snack below to enter our cash giveaway.